guys? Welcome to the March 19th edition of NBA 3-Ball presented by Established to Run. I'm your host, Mike Gallagher. Getting ready to break down a pretty light Thursday night, and we're going to spend a little bit more time previewing Friday in 10 minutes. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe, please. Going to start with the Warriors because we got a couple really big doubtful tags for today with the Warriors against the Grizzlies. Stephen Curry mentioned it yesterday. Kind of missed falling down, and he bruised his tailbone. He's doubtful. Steve Kerr said after the game that it was going to he may feel it for like a week, but back-to-back, no reason to play him. Maybe he sits out just one game. Doesn't sound like it's serious. That's great. So, also, Kelly Oubre got kicked in the foot. He's listed as doubtful with a foot sprain, so that's a little alarming. Hopefully he's okay. Obviously, big Jim Weissman is out, as is Eric Paschall. So they are real thin. So you start with who starts. For me, I think it makes sense to start Brad Wanamaker and Damian Lee. You don't need the ball handling. You'd rather have on-ball pressure on John Morant, so you put Wanamaker on him, and then just get more shooting out there. Like, Damian Lee's a good shooter. He has plenty of rapport with these guys, with Wiggins, Draymond. They all played together last year, a little bit of Loney, so I think that makes sense. That way you keep the G League guys together. So your Nico Mannion's, Jordan Poole's, and those dudes kind of stay together. But clearly, the guy who benefits, even though he may not start, is Jordan Poole. Like, no doubt. I mentioned it yesterday. He's, like, taking off. And Kerr just heaped the praise onto him. Said his decision-making is way better. He's more comfortable. Called it exciting how much better he's playing. So, yeah, I mean, Jordan Poole is probably the most attractive guy that's, not on every roster out there. In fantasy, he's got 2 games against the Grizzlies. He may see a lot of D'Anthony Melton, so it's not like a smash where you gotta play him. But he's certainly one of my targets today. Gonna go to one of the thinner games of the day, and that is the Detroit-Houston game. And Detroit again, they let us know this time they are running out of guards because Hamidou Diallo's out, Wayne Ellington's out, Rodney McGruder's out, Killian Hayes is out. Probably expecting Dennis Smith Jr. to be limited. After the game, Casey said he didn't feel right putting DSJ in there after so much time. So you would assume he is going to get hard capped. So probably whatever scraps are left for DeLon Wright. So Frank Jackson probably starts. And Saddiq Bey, man, ball out game in the last time. And Casey just piled on the praise. Said he wanted to use him more in pick and roll. Said that he liked it how he was being more aggressive with the shot selection, going after rebounds. I mean, Bey may play a ton today. So despite how he burned me really, really hard when I called him Jared Dudley earlier this week, I think Saddiq is Bey. Rocket side of this thing, the big one is John Wall is questionable. So there was kind of a little hope that he would play today. I don't know. I'm not counting on it. Kevin Porter Jr. will be fine. Obviously his upside's a lot higher without Wall, but he said that he'll try to find KPJ and KJ Martin minutes kind of regardless. So whether it's obviously being off the bench, he said that his starting lineup, if everyone's healthy, will be Wall, Depot, House, Jayshawn Tate, and Christian Wood. We know Christian Wood, mentioned it yesterday, was a little rusty. That's fine. Playing time is more than I thought. That's great. So, against Mason Plumlee and, not great interior defense, I think Christian Wood could kind of hang a big number. Daniel House is really lightly owned if you want kind of a deep pickup. We'll see what happens at KPJ. Obviously, if Wall's out, you're plugging him in, but still should be good. Good news in Brooklyn with Kyrie Irving. He is probable now for that groin injury, get them out of game. He's just going to get games off. That's just the way it is, and that's smart. I mean, the guy misses, like I say, all the time. 27 games missed per season over the last 5 or 6 seasons, whatever it was. Don't play Kyrie every game. It's just, a numbers game. You don't want him out there that long. So, man, we saw James Harden basically play the final 3 quarters. And also, Nick Claxton played down the stretch, had a really long stint. Steve Nash said after the game that he was calling out timeouts to get not only Harden a breather, but Nick Claxton. You love to freaking see it. I love Nick Claxton today. Hopefully he can keep it going. Blake Griffin's still not ready to go. Kevin Durant's obviously out in probably multiple weeks here as they want to just... Same thing, don't put him out there. Don't let him get aggravated with this hamstring thing that he's hurt at least 3 times. But Kyrie coming back, gotta feel good. Put him in your lineup. Let's get to the basketball action. The Wizards get a win with a Beal 40-pointer. Snaps an 11-game losing streak when Beal goes for 40 or more. What a crazy stat. But yeah, he was awesome. Dominated in third, took over late. Bradley Beal's freaking good. Russell Westbrook, man, I read about it a lot in matchups. This guy's potential assists are mid-20s every game. every possession, it feels like he's putting his teammate in a position to have a good shot. Like, we bash Westbrook all the freaking time for poor shooting, but there's no doubt this guy gets his teammates in great positions to score, and he could rack them up, as you see with the 35, 15, and 13 line. Rui Hachimura, they wanted to be the number 3 scorer. Pretty clear. Now, it may not happen, but that's what they want. Davis Bertans, Wizards screwed up, man. Back-to-back game, pulled a calf a couple games ago, missed practice, and you play him back-to-back. Bad move. Utah wastes a career high from Joe Ingles. Props if you played him in DFS. Chalk pays off. Mitchell also fantastic, 42 points. Jordan Clarkson and Chalk did not pan out. 2 of 11, really ugly line. Nothing really to say. Mike Conley rested. He'll be back today. Hawks just destroyed the Thunder. They get Clint Capella back. And also, Nathan Knight did leapfrog Okongwu here as Okongwu got some garbage minutes. Bogdan Bogdanovic really kind of is the story for me. He's been struggling for so long. Gets 29 minutes. Tony Snell even played pretty well. He was really good defensively on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. But yeah, nothing really to say. Maybe pick up Bogdan a few of his drops. He can keep it going. We know he's talented. But yeah, you can drop Nate Knight now that Capella's back. Just precautionary. To OKC, a lot to cover in this blowout. Let's start with Teo Maledon coming off the bench. Mark Daigneault said it was because of his injury, wanted to keep his minutes damped down. I don't know if I buy that. That's what he said. He also said he wants to keep Pokusevski more on the wing. Makes sense. Also, Darius Bazley is week to week for a shoulder contusion. That's bad. Roby started at the 4. I think they like him more at the 4, especially with this Bazley news. And Moses Brown's going to be solid. He's obviously going to be up and down. He fouls a lot. He's really good per minute. And Mark Daigneault liked his defense after he got shredded in Chicago. So he's okay. We got Svi Mikhailuk getting minutes. Obviously, you can't do anything with that. And Ty Jerome's been really freaking good. The Knicks get the win at the Garden against the Magic. Big late play from Reggie Bullock to get the steal. Frank Ntilikina looked like he was total dust to start the game, but really strong second half. Had a couple big defensive plays, some big shots to give him a lead after they were really struggling offensively. So props to Frank. We kind of wrote him off. I think the headline here, fantasy-wise, is Nerlens Noel is Dunzo. He was locked into the bench real slow. He may have got hurt or something, but wasn't in foul trouble. Vooch did do damage on him. That may have been part of it, but yeah, you could just drop Noel. Like, Mitch is getting close. RJ Barrett, tons of minutes. We knew that was coming. Alec Burks is awesome. And Reggie Bullock off the bench. I mean, it was a smart move to move him to the bench to get more offense, to kind of take a little bit more pressure off Frank. So Tibbs is really smart. He also, I thought was funny, he said that Obi Toppin and Kevin Knox gave them good minutes in the second quarter. Like, they got 8 and 6 minutes. Like, come on, Tibbs, you're awesome. To the Magic, apparently Evan Fournier and Aaron Gordon are healthy. Gordon got the backup point guard minutes as well. Jason Reynolds started for Michael Carter-Williams, who's got an illness, not COVID. They're on a back-to-back and an Empire State back-to-back to get the Nets. So we would expect one of those dudes, probably Gordon, sitting. So that could open up more playing time. We'll see if Carter Jr., who was ill Wednesday, so he's had at least 2 days of this. Maybe he's better tomorrow. Another win for the Blazers over the Pelicans. Dame drops 36 after going over 20 in the first quarter. CJ McCollum's minutes were down, maybe back-to-back related. Maybe gets more playing time today. Cantor was pretty good. Not much to say on the Pelicans besides what maybe Lonzo Ball's dad said. And Zion Williamson good, Eric Bledsoe bad. Timberwolves get the win in Phoenix. Anthony Edwards sets a franchise rookie record with 42 points. Shoots it 31 times. Gets to the line 13 times. 13 threes. Drive festival. Only took 3 long twos. That's what Chris Finch's big thing is. He doesn't want these long twos. If he takes threes, sure. Late in the clock, that's fine. Get to the paint. So yeah, obviously great game from him. Cat was a monster. Cat really needed this. He had an interesting story he told last game, how he said he went to Phoenix, talked to Booker when he was slumping, and then busted out of it. So hey, Devin Booker, don't talk to Cat. But yeah, I mean, Jay McDaniels, 27 minutes, didn't do much. Love the defensive stats. Minutes are encouraging, and I think maybe I'm gonna get suckered into McDaniels again. Headlines for the Suns besides the loss. Mikal Bridges was freaking awesome. Just made so many plays on both ends. 8 assists. Great to see that. DeAndre Ayton, man, really struggled again. Hate to see that. Dario Saric continues to cut into him. Bad matchup against Cat. Just took his lunch. Got him into foul trouble early. Booker got defended pretty well. He still comes up with a pretty nice line. 35, 4, and 6. Chris Paul's going to do what he does with steals and everything. For him to be under 7,000 on FanDuel is crazy. Let's get to the ads. We're going to go streamers this weekend, so 2 games, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm starting with DeAnthony Melton. You would assume he's pretty safe. Probably Grayson Allen starts, and you would assume Justice Winslow rests on the next game. so his minutes should be good. Maybe no Xavier Tillman. Thomas Satoransky, I don't know why he's only 19% owned. Like, that's just dumb. Jordan Poole mentioned earlier, I think he's in a really good spot, like the back-to-back, even if Steph plays in the second game. Obviously, if he doesn't, that's gravy. Nick Claxton, man, until Blake Griffin returns, you got to keep plugging him in there. Daniel House, I expect him to be valuable for at least for a couple weeks. We'll see what the Rockets do. Got Shake's worth an ad until we find out what's up with Seth Curry. Deep stuff, I mentioned Facu. 2 games from JaVale McGee if you need a big man. Mentioned Grayson Allen, probably starting both games. Devin Vassell, only 1%. And then Justin James should get minutes. That's it. Enjoy the weekend.